All right, everyone. So today I'm going to analyze another market, basically copper. All right, now copper is in a downtrend, as you can see here, and why it's important to analyze is because it's at resistance in a downtrend. All right, so this is where it gets really interesting. So we see it's in a downtrend on the daily. I'm not taking a look at the other charts. It's just daily right here in the upper left. It's going down. All right, everyone. So let's start analyzing copper today. We see that copper in the upper left-hand corner is in a downtrend, and why I'm looking at it now is because it's at resistance. All right, in a downtrend, it's at resistance. So you see it's going down and tagging the resistance area. So it's going to get really interesting here, and we have to see if they're able to absorb resistance and break above it, or if it's going to fail. All right. So we see that this leg right here on the tapering chart, we see it's going down. I think this is 170,000, another 15,000, and then another 12,000, and all of a sudden on the up column, there's 150,000 contracts. That 115,000 is interacting with this resistance. You see this high volume resistance area, 170, 150. Here's that 150 interacting with this area, trying to either they're selling, well, it's both absorption as well as selling. So that's why you have these overlapping bars over here where I go up, down, buy it, sell it, buy it, sell it. So that's what's going on here. So this gets really interesting because you want to see if it's going to break through or is it going to reject. All right, so that's the context. Now we have that daily context. Moving over to the middle time frame, we see that from this area, from this high, which is that high volume block, we had selling, meaning this breakout, the attempted breakout, it met selling. All right, that selling took it back to support. So now we're in this area that's potentially trying to absorb and break through, but at that same time, you have these sellers come in, step in, and buyers are going to have to interact with those sellers. And as they're doing that, you have this volume building, right? So this is where it gets interesting. This is the danger point right here, because if they don't get back above the support, guess what? It's going to break, and it might have follow through and just break that trend, go right back down and join that daily trend and continue it down to a lower low. Right? So we're at that area right here. All right. Now we'll take a look at the middle time frame tapering chart, and we see these are support levels where accumulation came in on the drive down here with 11,000 contracts, picked it up, 14,000 sold, back up 8,000, and then counted 16,000 fall and fell. Sellers overtook buyers here on this increase on 2.2 times average up volume, leading to selling. And we're right at these support areas right here, the 11, which was the last point of accumulation that created that rally. And now we're at that point. Okay, so that sets up the context. Now what is happening as we're going to these support levels, as we're going at this support level, as we're going at this accumulation level? Now for that, we go to the lower time frame, all right, to see maybe there's going to be a bounce, or maybe what's happening. So now we go to that lower time frame and figure out what the hell is happening. This was the last breakdown. From that breakdown, we made a lower low, and then there was buying. Surprisingly enough, there was buying. So we're watching this area attentively, because it gets really interesting here. Buyers, this is like that decision point. All right. Why? You have a downtrend. You have price at daily resistance. You have a middle time frame at support. Is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? And while it's trying to figure out if it's going to hold, you have this one buying wave with 1.4 times average up volume. So you got that resistance going down to that support, with these buyers just trying It's either buying to establish a position or covering to, you know, get out. Whatever, we don't care. It's buying. All right. It took price up and it made a wave. It's not a very spectacular buying wave, but it does show some buying activity lifting. Is it really that strong? No. Why? It's only the biggest buying wave in, I think, 2 buying waves, because there was something going on up here. See that? I think this is short covering. I think, you know, whoever saw this going down here near these lows in this demand zone and said, you know what, let me cover. All right, let me cover or whatever. So they covered and then just broke and went below these lows right here. See these lows? We're right there. As we hit those lows and broke, some degree of buying. Nothing spectacular, nothing, you know, very lucrative. I can't really consider it to be a change in behavior or sign of strength yet, but it's something is there. You know, this breakdown had little to no follow through. All right, and this block here is like some type of buying block. All right, and it bounced. Okay, so now putting the whole picture together: daily downtrend at resistance. At resistance, market pulls back and hits the middle time frame support. At support, we are at that. At support, we have a little bit of buying activity. Is it going to hold? Is it not going to hold? Is it going to break? Or will there be one more drive lower and buyers are going to come in? If they come in, it's a long. Otherwise, forget it. This thing can break and go lower. All right, that's the picture. All right, take care. Thank you. Bye.